I'm gonna be showing y'all one of the most OP places on Dead Rail. So let's get right into this. So this place I'm gonna show y'all actually has tons of bonds, ammo, weapons, and pretty much anything you need. And it also stores a bunch of gold and silver as well. So the place I'm talking about is actually the castle at the 40,000 meter checkpoint. So what you want to do is hop into a game, and now what you want to do is head down to 40,000 meters. So we are gonna have to kill multiple vampires and multiple werewolves. So make sure you bring some guns with. The gun that I'm gonna use is actually the rifle, just because it's really good, but you might also want to bring a shotgun, because the shotgun will allow you to like insta kill all the vampires if you do get a headshot. So anyway, stack up on weapons and drive down to 40,000 meters. We're now getting close to 40,000 meters, and there's the castle right there to the right, and also there's the checkpoint. So we're gonna stop right outside the checkpoint or the castle, but first off, let's go ahead and finish off these bandits, and there we go. But anyway, here's the castle. So right outside the 40,000 meter checkpoint is always this castle right here, and once we take step inside the castle, werewolves and vampires are gonna start spawning, so you want to make sure you have some guns. It's a lot easier with multiple people, that's why I have my friend right here with me, but it is possible to do solo. Anyway, let's go and step in. So vampires should start teleporting on top of us any second now, and we can actually start just sniping some werewolves like this. So if you don't get close enough, he won't start chasing us, so we just kill him just like that. But when we look at this, vampire spawn on top of us. Some others will probably spawn in a second as well. We also have holy water, so let's try like throwing this, and I think that like damages them, and it does a little bit. And my friend Sally died, but hopefully he uses a revive, and we were almost dead. Hopefully we can kill him, and there we go. Let's also drink some snake oil. I recommend bringing some snake oil whenever you come here, just because it gives you a speed boost and increases your regeneration like crazy. I also recommend bringing some armor. Like, I'm fully decked out in armor right now, but you don't need it. You'll just have to be more careful. Anyway, I'm currently rocking with 2 rifles right now. Also, by the way, you do want to be kind of fast, because the werewolves do actually respawn, and this dude really died again. But anyway, this place is filled with bonds. So we got one right there, another right here, but this isn't even most of them. Most of them are actually upstairs. But anyway, as we see, that werewolf did just respawn, so we do want to be somewhat quick. You can also grab these people and sell them, because they sell for quite a bit, so I would recommend doing that. But anyway, let's run in here, because this area is actually looted with bonds. So there we go, we got one, but there's also tons of gold. But anyway, I'm mainly focusing on the bonds, so let's go and grab all of these. Anyway, let's go and grab all these gold bars as well. But anyway, the main supply is upstairs, but be careful, because right around this corner are quite a bit of werewolves. So let's go and see where they are. And actually, never mind, they're not up here. But anyway, look at all these bonds. So there's all these bonds on the floor, and then if we take a right, look at all this stuff. There's multiple turrets for us, multiple weapons such as shotguns, rifles, a sawed-off shotgun, and all this ammo over here to our left. And then we have all of these molotovs, all of these bandages, and oh snap, let's quickly kill this dude. And I'm actually about to die, so let's go and drink some snake oil. Yeah, even more bonds on the bottom, even more money. So this place is absolutely crazy. And then on the other side over here is even more stuff, not as much. And oh snap, there's 3 werewolves, so let's actually go ahead and quickly kill them. Luckily, those ones stopped chasing us for now. Also, make sure you do get the headshots, because it deals a lot more damage. Anyway, luckily these ones aren't chasing us, so let's go and snipe them down. And there we go. Now on this other side is even more bonds, but in the middle is actually a vampire knife, so we can go ahead and grab that. I don't think it does like too much extra damage, but it is pretty cool to have. And we can also sell these werewolves and all the vampires for even more money. And then back here, there's nothing really out here, I believe. But once again, be fast, because the werewolves will eventually respawn, and you really want to watch out for them. But anyway, look at all these vampires. This is like a crazy amount of money right here, and luckily the town is right over there. So even though my bag is full, I can just go to the town, sell everything in my bag, run over here, grab all these people again, and then sell them as well. And also in this room is a bunch of silver plates, which I don't think they sell for too much. I think like 15 or something, but it's still pretty good money. And now since it's daytime, let's just go back up here just so I can show y'all more clearly. So there's all these molotovs, all these bandages, all these guns, turrets, ammo, which I mean, there's even more than this. I just kind of took some already, and so did my friend, but it's just a crazy amount of loot. So if you're playing with people, then I highly recommend coming here. But yeah, look at all these vampires right here. That's crazy. Anyway, let's go and sell this stuff and see how much money we get. I don't think I'm gonna come back for the vampires, but he'll go ahead and grab as many as he can. Anyway, let's go and start selling our stuff, and let's just see how much money we can get. And look at all this money we got. So we got all this money just from that one place over there, and there's even more vampires for us to sell. So if we want to, we can go back and get even more money. And look at that, we went from $0 all the way to 595. So now we have all this money, and we also have all the weapons we need, just because of the little storage room in the place right over there. But anyway, that is the most OP plays on Dead Rails though, so that's gonna be all for this video. So make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications, and I'll see you all in the next video.